I am a big Nintendo fan, and when I saw they were releasing a new handmade bag, I needed to get it. But the problem is, it's only available in Kyoto. And sure, it perfectly fits a Game Boy Advance SP. Alright, let's just buy one online. I reckon that'll just solve my problem, right? £160? Oh, who on earth is charging that for a tote bag? One look online as well, this guy travelled all the way to Kyoto just to buy the bag. I am a computer scientist. I do not have that kind of funding. Tote bags are dirt cheap, so I reckon we can just make one ourselves. But here's the twist. Instead of storing a device that people haven't used since 2006, I'm making mine fit my Nintendo Switch. See how I just one-up Nintendo there? But please do not sue me. This is just me documenting my process, not a tutorial by the way. Because I know Nintendo like to sue. Tote bags are really flimsy. Have you ever tried carrying actual shopping in one? It rips, you can't store that much stuff, the arm sleeve thing is just all over the place, it falls off your arm when you're walking down the street. I'm convinced people use them as a fashion statement more than actual practical use, but Nintendo used one, so we're gonna have to as well. I grabbed a blank tote bag for around £4. See how much money we're saving already. No design and no branding were on it, which is perfect. The official Nintendo bag was designed for the Game Boy Advance SP. Well, what is this guy, a amateur? It's clearly the Game Boy Advance Color handheld console Midnight Blue. Everybody knows this. For the 20th year anniversary or some stupid thing. But I haven't touched my Nintendo Switch since 2021.
Thank you for your patronage.
So let's make this proper upgrade.
ここからは Nintendo Switch のヘッドラインです。ご覧ください。
To get the right material, I hit up my local fabric shop. The first stop was just a bunch of rugs, and the second stop was just random leather scraps. Who needs this? Sons of Anarchy ended ages ago. But third time's the charm, like they say. There were so many types of material. One that weirdly felt like fluffy paper, a bedazzled one that was way too flashy, and some that were, yes, the perfect colour for a Nintendo bag, but were way too thin to be useful. And yeah, I did get a little bit distracted by some dumb things, like I found this Buzz Lightyear little press thing for some reason, and I couldn't stop laughing. Yeah, I am in fact a child. I finally found the canvas that was close enough to the original colour. So all I needed was at least 200 by 200 centimeters. And after I asked the lady to cut that for me, they said, "We only do meters, love." So I guess I gotta get at least a meter's width. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this extra material. Back home, after measuring up the Switch and tracing it around, I left out about a centimeter for some wiggle room. And then I just cut out the fabric. Now, the £160 version had the embroidered Nintendo logo. And mine doesn't, it's just a massive red blob.
What the hell is even that?
But this is where I've got a trick up my sleeve. When I went online, I found an SVG of the Nintendo logo. I cleaned it up a bit, aka just removing the copyright to avoid Nintendo's fun police showing up at my door, and tweaked it using the Inkspace app. Well, I say Inkspace, you have to also download the Inkstitch library, because of course you do. So it's embroidery ready. So I rented out the Brover Innov IS 880E. Seriously, who names these machines? When we click go, the light on the machine turned red, which I assume is a bad thing, so we're gonna have to go and fix it.
Yeah. You don't have any luck in this place, do you?
No, not really. Yeah, the first pass never works, but the under thread was kind of getting caught or something, so we just reset it and it worked out fine. It is good.
Let's pick it up speed.
Oh wow, that is a lot faster than that. And stitched Nintendo Liverpool onto the bag, since I was filming in Liverpool, so why not? Because the original wrote Kyoto, Japan, and clearly I'm not in Kyoto, Japan, I'm in the north of England.
Look at me being cool. That is actually poo. Don't show the poo.
That is bloody lovely.
One pass of this ridiculously loud machine, and boom! And it was done in 5 minutes. I'm surprised how easy that was. Next up, we just need to clean up the stitches and run it through my home sewing machine. And now we just have a bag. What happened now? So, when I was working on the corners, I didn't realise how thick the material was and ended up breaking my needle. So after spending £4 and waiting 2 days for a replacement, I could finally attach the bag properly. But you've probably noticed, the video's not over, so of course there's another problem. When I was about 75% done, I flipped over the bag and then I realized I stitched all the way through.
What's wrong with you, bro? What the heck? You tripping, bro? You tripping?
Oh, please like the video. This video was so annoying to make. The bag was barely usable. Half of the stuff that should fit inside of a tote bag, that barely works by the way, wouldn't even go in. So annoyingly, I had to remove all the stitching by hand, one by one, on each side. Which is not very fun, especially when you think that you're almost done and just about to take pictures for thumbnails. And I know what you guys are going to say, don't even get me started on this crooked stitching. I never promised it was going to be perfect, okay? I just promised a budget-friendly option. After fixing these two issues though, the bag went through another pass, and the thread got a little bit loose. Twice. So I had to reattach both the top and the bottom threads. This process wasn't as smooth as I originally hoped, but honestly, when have any of my projects been straightforward?
What's going on?
Plastic chair from the spray can bottle. Bam down. One step ahead here, but I'm also on the floor now. And then setting the timer. And setting the timer. And then setting the... How does my version compare to the £160 official limited edition Kyoto Nintendo bag celebrating the Game Boy Advance's 20-year anniversary? It's the Game Boy Color. Stop embarrassing us. Their bag does have cool branding, but we're both tote bags, so I would say it's even on that score. My bag only has a cost base of around £9 in materials and is custom fitted for a Nintendo Switch, so I'll take that point. The price difference that you can get by using my Nintendo bag, you can get Super Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, Animal Crossing New Horizons, a used Nintendo Wii, or even a Nintendo Switch Lite as well. But instead, you just get a tote bag. I know which one I would rather have. Was it worth making your own? Absolutely. I don't even use my Switch, but now I'm starting to use it again. Let's hope this thing fits the Nintendo Switch too. Otherwise, we're gonna have to make another bag in like 6 months. But you know what's better than a tote bag? 3D printed chocolate for your advent calendar. It's a good segue, I know. Christmas is only 9 months away, so you can check the video out here. You can follow me on Instagram since I post little funny shorts, and you can see me on Twitter, TikTok and all of that stuff, so I'll see you guys there.
本日の放送は以上です。ご視聴いただきありがとうございました。
18.
Nintendo is releasing a limited edition range only at its Kyoto store. Enjoy your new Game Boy Color edition bag. What about a big box of knickknacks nobody wants? Do you want to get bullied in the shop because you have a Legend of Zelda themed carrying bag? What about a tie you'd never wear? Or a fan you'd never use? Buy this stuff now.